All right, welcome back to Cobra Corner. I'm joined now by women's basketball coach here at Parkland College, Mike Lindeman. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so starting the year, last year you got 8th, ranked 5th this year. And you guys already got a game under your belt, so talk about what happened last night.
Yeah, we played, I didn't know what to expect, so we've been going at it since October 1st and played Wren Lake last night and played pretty well. Came out with a 99-58 win, and girls played with a lot of inspiration. It was good.
That's good. What kind of stuff early on and maybe, I know it was just one game, but just like the practice and stuff, what kind of stuff have you seen as far as strengths and weaknesses?
Well, the plus side is we've added a little bit more size into our post area, so that's good. The minus side is we don't rebound it very well. We're not a great rebounding team now, and we want to really work on that to get better with the rebounding. And defensive schemes, it's a lot different from what my defensive schemes are to what they're used to playing in high school. So it's an adjustment, and usually we do that every year and go through it, and it gets better as the year goes on. So
you're talking about the rebounding, so what kind of stuff can you do, like practice, whatever, to try to work on improving that?
Well, rebounding is a desire. I mean, the kids have to buy into. We try to send 5 kids to the board when the shot goes up, and I expect rebounds from my guards and as well as my post and things like that. So as long as they buy into it and be aggressive with it, it'll come along okay.
Okay, so one game under your belt, good start last night, got 99 points on the board. But just looking at your schedule, what do you have coming up? You know, early in the season, I know you have trips, and then you got conference and all region and all that stuff.
Well, last night we were at home, which was nice. Now we're not at home till December, like 19th, I think, is our next home game. So we go and play the #1 ranked team this week. So we've got 2 really good games over in Iowa this week, and then we go to Florida for a couple of games against D1 teams. So our next 4 games will tell us a lot about where we need to go and what we need to do to get better.
Okay. And then talk about like a conference region. What teams might you have to be looking out for this year?
Conference I think is wide open this year. I think there's probably 5, 6 teams that are just very, very equal, and obviously injuries play a part in that. And if we stay healthy, I'm looking forward to it. But I think it's wide open. Obviously, there's us, there's ICC, there's Lakeland, there's Lewis and Clark, there's Lincoln Land. So there's some good competition out there.
Okay. We were talking before we started. You've been head coach now 5 years.
This is my 5th year.
It's your 5th year.
Correct.
Just talk a little bit about maybe just kind of what's changed over the years, what you've learned, what you might do different.
Well, it's the kids kind of tell me that. I just enjoy the ride, actually. So this is my 10th year overall at Parkland, 5 as an assistant and 5 as a head. And it's I try to be a player's coach, and I try to see what they need to work on in practice, and I'm pretty much a defensive-minded coach, but I'm pretty much a player's coach too. I enjoy working with the girls, and they work hard, and as long as they do that, we get along pretty well.
Okay, and talk about your staff a little bit.
The staff is pretty much the same. We lost Coach Turner, who retired this year, and he's retired from his regular job too, and actually brought on my daughter, Allie Lindeman, and she's one of my assistants now, and she's got some D3 experience. She's played Division I basketball and played at the junior college level, so I think she'll be a big plus on the staff.
Yeah, it's got to be nice having your daughter hanging around.
Yep. And Coach Ellers and Coach Dobrik are still there. They're mainstays. I don't know what I'd do without them. They do the recruiting. They do the grunt work that I don't like to do, so that's fun.
So you do have other duties besides what you do here at Parkland. Just talk about maybe like a typical day in your life.
Well, my day starts out at Body and Soul Sports, which is I'm a co-owner, and I'm there pretty much 8 in the morning till I come to practice around 4. Do that. Sometimes I deal with the Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon, and I'm a co-director of that. So my life's pretty busy.
Yeah, running around a lot.
Running around.
Do you do the marathon yourself?
I don't have
done
time.
That?
I would like to run it one of these days, but I'm involved in the logistical part of it. That's actually my part of the marathon, and that I do set up course and things like that. So I'm out way early in the morning to be able to come back and run it.
Okay. So talking a little bit more about the team and the roster makeup, just talk about what you kind of got on the roster. I know you have a lot of new freshmen.
Yeah, we do. We're 7 freshmen this year and 3 sophomores. So we're a couple players. Usually I like to have 12 on the roster, but I've got we feel real good about the 10 that we have, and again, health is a big issue, and keeping them healthy, and I'll make sure that stays the same. The freshmen got to jump in and contribute, and last night was a good example. They all contributed, every one of them contributed, and they'll learn and grow from it.
Very good. Talk about, as the team, I know these tournaments that you go on early in the year is kind of like a team building thing. You get to spend some time together, but just talk about some stuff that the team might do for fun or some stuff in the community.
Yeah, we do volunteer stuff, and obviously with my running background, we help with races. We help with the Illinois Marathon. We help with CUSR. We bring the kids in and actually practice with us, and then they play a game at halftime of one of our games. And CUSR is Champaign-Urbana Special Rec. It's great. The kids have a blast working with these, and then we always do a couple overnight trips to early in the season to do team bonding. Like I say, this year we're going to Florida, which will be fun, and hopefully grow stronger together, and the kids get to know more about each other and about the coaching staff, and make their experience here at Parkland great.
On those trips that you go on, like you go to Florida, are there any days built in where you get to just relax a day, or how does that work?
We do. Well, we try to. In the past I've taken, like every other year, we go on a flight, what I call a flight trip. So we fly there, and we've gone to Arizona before, so I've taken them into the mountains. This is our first time to Florida, but we have pretty much full day Sunday before we fly back, and we'll get to the beach and let them enjoy, have a little bit of fun, and do a little bonding, and do a little study hall work on top of that, and because class is important, and hopefully have a good time, and then come back. Hopefully down there to play basketball, number one, but enjoy each other, number two.
All right, so I know the ultimate goal is always to make it to nationals. Again, 8th last year. So what are you thinking overall, like when you get towards that time of the year? What's the team going to need to do from now to then to kind of get to that point?
They need to realize the scope of playing a whole game. They get into lulls. I mean, in high school basketball, you can have about 3 or 4 minutes where you don't play very well, but it doesn't make a difference in the outcome of the game. In college ball, it's different. If you've got a 3 or 4 minute lull, you can go from a 10-point lead to a 5 points behind. You can go from an even game to being 15 points down. So it's the kids trying to get them to buy into playing almost every possession, and every possession matters, and particularly with the way the competition is going to be this year. It's going to be good, and we can be right there with everybody, and I mean, it's going to be a fun season to see how these kids develop.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to be on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
That's it for this edition of Cobra Corner. We will leave you with some volleyball action of Parkland's recent matchup with rival ICC. Thanks for watching.
They now have a 5-3 lead as both teams have been going back and forth. It's going to be Anita Jenkins serving. Set here by Rhodes. Tipped around a couple times. Anderson gets one set up. Willis pretended like she was going to put a lot of power and decided to nicely place it instead. And a double hit from ICC will result in a Cobra point. (6-3) Parkland. Serving yet again is Jenkins. Rhodes sets one up, tipped over. Morrow. Power down. Return by Veltuven, set up by Anderson. Again Willis. This one's going to be way out of bounds. Sales. Make it 6-4. Both teams making a couple substitutions. Both Dunn and Jones will check into this one. Or excuse me, Jones will check out. And you wonder what Parkland and Coach Hastings specifically had to say to his team following that loss. As I said, there's just an incredible win streak finally coming to an end. You must feel like it has to happen at some point. You just don't know when it will. And this team, yet again this year, looked kind of impenetrable. And finally suffering defeat, I'm sure it was shocking to them, but Coach Hastings does have his team so well coached that you doubt he was even upset by the loss more than just kind of telling his team to get back out there and take care of business the rest of the way. Good chance they might see Owens again later in the future, perhaps at a tournament. As ICC gets a point here, makes it 7-5. Cobra's ahead. It's going to be Cherbush serving. Turned by Willis, set by Anderson. Morrow with a nice, powerful shot, spiking it over. No one was there. 8-5, Cobra's lead. Willis getting ready for her serve. And this one will be served into the net. Rare misserve from Thea Willis makes it 8-6. Selena Scooter will be the server. Return by Willis, set by Anderson. Veltuven spikes it down, no return there. Parkland gets that point right back. 9-6 Parkland. If you're just tuning in, Parkland has a 2-0 set advantage. They won the first set 25-16, the second set 25-19. They lead set number 3 9-6. Wanted to serve by Dunn. Hit back and forth a couple times. Willis couldn't get under it though. And so ICC will get the point to make it 9-7. Serve coming from Maria Alfarova. And it's going to be Olivia Dew getting it right back as she had a nice setup to her. A perfectly timed jump and places the ball perfectly as well. 10-7 Cobras. As it's going to be Maggie Sorensen serving here. This one floats over the net. It's going to be Claire Milnes returning it. Now Rose gets her hand under it. Picked at the line, tipped over. Second hit, third hit, and this one hits the rafters briefly. Anderson sets it up. Veltuven, shot, and that is inbounds. Another point to Parkland. Another hard-earned point for the Cobras, I should mention. 11-7. Again, serving is Sorensen. Again, she floats it just over the net. It's going to be Rhodes. This one tipped over as Willis is able to avoid colliding with Veltuven. Now Anderson sets it up to Veltuven. Veltuven powers it again. Returned immediately. Veltuven nicely places it over. It's going to be Scooter. Back. And forth we go. Alfarova now. Tips it. Sorensen. Anderson. And I think Anderson collided with the net there, and she did. So that will be a point for ICC. And that's just instinct there. It's hard to tell whether that was even going to go over or not when ICC hit it, but Anderson reached for it, and they caught her looking there. 11-8. Anderson. Veltuven powers it down. That hit the floor. Quickly, Parkland gets that point back. 12-8. Speaking of Veltuven, she'll go to serve. Returned by Alfarova. Back, done. And referee blew his whistle. And another instance of running into the net. Substitution coming in as Scooter will come out and Courtney O'Dare will come in for the Cougars. 12-9, Parkland leads. Done. Willis has to kind of leap out there to save that one, but does. Rhodes now hit back to Willis from Anderson. Returned right back to her, and ICC gets another point. Just like that, they're within 2. Cougars not going away despite being down 2-0. That win streak, that 8-game win streak is definitely in jeopardy for ICC, but They're fighting hard here yet again in set number 3. Serve is returned by Willis, set by Anderson, back to Willis. Willis going to hit it, and it will be out of bounds. Cougars now within a single point. Yet again, serving is going to be Kinsey Rhodes. Looking to tie the game for the Cougars. Can she do so? Dunn returns the serve. Anderson, Willis at the line, knocked away. Now it's going to be O'Dare. And power shot the line there, nicely done, as it was going to be Leah Anderson. Usually Anderson's the one setting him up. This time she says, I'm going to take things into my own hands and give us a point here. 13-11 Parkland. Served by Jenkins. And it's going to be too much on that one, out of bounds. ICC once again has the lead, or has the Parkland lead within a point. Serving now will be Brooke Gardner. Yet again, ICC a chance to tie. They trail 13-12. Gardner. No, missed serve. Not what ICC would have liked to have there. 14-12 now. Leah Anderson on the serve, and she's going to miss serve it. So back-to-back miss serves from both sides, as once again Parkland's lead is down to a single point, 14-13. Turbush on the serve, set up by Anderson, powerful shot from Dew, returned by Turbush. Back, as is Morrow at the line, again returned. O'Dare returned it. Sets up here. Powerful shot from Dew coming, and yep, she got that one. Once again, a 2-point lead for Parkland, 15-13. They are 10 points away from finishing things off in 3 sets and winning their second in a row. Willis on the serve. Turn back, Rhodes. And that one will be in bounds. Just barely, but that will do the trick, 15-14. Serving here is going to be Scooter. Willis returned it, didn't get all that one, but did enough to keep it alive. Now Olivia Dew. And diving, no, as it was done, diving to the floor, trying to get to that one, she couldn't. And we are finally tied. ICC have been trying so hard to get to that tie. Now they're looking to do even better, but 3 different sets and 3 different ways this game have gone. 15-15 in this one. Done. Now Dew. And inbounds, just barely. Parkland takes the lead back. 16-15. In the first set, it was back and forth at the beginning. Parkland pulled away and was able to stretch the game and finish it late. In the second set, it was back and forth almost for the entirety of it. Parkland was able to pull away in the end, though. Third set, Parkland looked like they had more of a commanding lead. ICC keeps fighting, and now they're within a point. Anderson, Beltubin. This is going to be hit by Dunn. Knocked over as ICC looking to return the favor. Dunn diving to the floor. Dew flips it back. Returned by Beaver, Jacqueline Beaver. And knocked away. It will be another point for ICC. It's off the Cobra player and out of bounds. 16-16. As the race to 25 and a set 3 victory is heating up. Serving is Alfarova. Alfarova on the serve. Returned by Willis, set by Anderson. Powerful shot at the line. That one hung on the net for a while. And eventually it was knocked in the net by Claire Milness, but Parkland will take the point. 17-16. Serving here is going to be Maggie Sorensen. Returned by Scooter. Rhodes, powerful shot, and that will not be returned either. Back and forth we go in the late stages of this third set. 17-17. Jody Daniel. Returned here by Sorensen. Powerful shot, not sure how she got that one. Parkland diving, they cannot get to it. It looked like for sure Veltuven was going to get a sure point for Parkland after she got a lot of power into that spike. They returned it. Parkland was kind of set back there in surprise and weren't able to get to it in time. So ICC is taking the lead late, 18-17. Shot returned. Returning again yet is Anderson. Willis, was that in bounds? Yes, it was. 18-18. Veltuven will be the one serving. Can one of these teams pull away from the other and take a third set victory? Bounce around a couple times, and they're going to say, I think they're going to say she hit the net. Yet again, ICC has the lead now, 19-18. Serve. Anderson. Willis. And inbounds. 19-19. And I said earlier the second set was the best. I'm not so sure. This third one started out like Parkland might pull away and have an easy, not so much an easy victory, but easier victory than the first two sets. ICC said not so fast, fought valiantly, and now we're back and forth every point, it seems like. 19-19 is where we're at right now. Anita Jenkins on the serve and gets it hit right back to her. Anderson, Willis, spike, got it. Parkland, 2019. They've taken the lead. Jenkins will look to serve yet again. And ICC wants a tall timeout first. They trail in this one 20-19. Parkland looking for a three-set sweep. But ICC has other plans in mind. We'll be right back with you guys. You're listening to Parkland Cobras Volleyball here on CobraSports.net. Back with you guys here on CobraSports.net after the ICC breather. Parkland leads this one 20-19. As I said, looking for a three-set sweep. If they can pull victory off here in this third set, that will be the case. And ICC, though, has other plans in mind. Return this one back, and once again, after the timeout, we are tied. 20-20. Now it's the race to 5 here. Serving will be Brooke Gardner. Gardner looking to give the lead back to ICC. A lot of lead changes in this one. Gunn returns it. Anderson sets one up to Willis. Willis had her shot hit right back to her. Gardner had it, and that's going to be a point for ICC as Veltuven was unable to return that. 21-20 Cougars. This is as close as they've gotten to victory. They scored 19 in their last set, 16 in the first. They have 21 right now and have a 21-20 lead. Gardner looking to serve again. Will we see a fourth set, or will Parkland be able to rally here and close things out? Willis says we want to close things out. 21-21. Serving will be Leah Anderson. One of these teams yet again will take a lead. Taylor Shaw returns. Back, great hit there. Powerful, as it was Mary O'Brien placing that one in between a few Cobra defenders. 22-21 ICC. Credit to ICC for being down 2 sets to a team as good as Parkland, continuing the fight. Got down in this third set early, fought back, and here they are now looking to perhaps make it a 2-1. And that shot, well, they're going to say that was in bounds. That was really close. I think ICC does not agree with that call, but regardless, it's 22-22. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Serving is going to be Thea Willis. Willis looking to work her magic. Powerful shot returned by Shaw. Hit at the line, knocked down as Normaro could get to that one. It rolled kind of off their back. 23-22 ICC. Courtney O'Dare looking to serve now. Looking to take a 2-point advantage. O'Dare. Returned by Willis. Set by Anderson. Veltuven looking to hit it back. Didn't get as much power behind that one as I think she expected to. And another shot here from Mary O'Brien has said that name a couple times now. She has a lot of power in her shot as well. 24-22, timeout Parkland. ICC 1 point away from taking a third set and making it 2-1. We'll be back for the conclusion of this set. You're listening to Parkland Cobras Volleyball here on CobraSports.net. And after that quick breather, Coach Hastings wanted to talk to his team. 24-22 ICC leads here in this third set. Parkland with a 2-0 set advantage, though. Serving will be Courtney Adair, looking to finish things off for the Cougars. Can they do so? Here's Adair on the serve. And this one's going to be a serve way in the back, so Parkland gets that first point without even having to touch the ball. 24-23 now. Bailey Dunn looking to serve. Can she tie things up at 24 apiece? Returned. Set up. Nicely hit at the line. Parkland barely able to keep things underneath. They did get it returned. Now Rhodes. Powerful shot. Back. Nice diving effort. And now it's going to be set for Dew. Dew has set the line. And they're going to say, wait a minute. Controversy right now. They're going to say this is a tie game, but Parkland, they're going to say she hit the net. Referee talking to ICC coach over there. None of them can believe it. They thought they had this one. Now both officials are going to talk and discuss the decision. 24-24 is the score as of right now. And they look to be keeping the call the same. They will. So 24-24, wow. And we will take a breather as well. So we'll be right back with you guys at a 24-24 set number 3. You're listening to Parkland Cobras Volleyball here on CobraSports.net. Back with you guys here on CobraSports.net as both teams went back and forth there for a moment. ICC got the point, 25-24. So now they are one away. Has got to win by 2 at this point. Serving, trying to do so will be Mary O'Brien. Can O'Brien do it this time, or will Parkland stay alive yet again? Returned by Dunn. Set up there, and it will be a point right back Parkland as Olivia Jew got under that one. 25-25. This has been the best set of the bunch, but this has been a great match tonight, as we expected coming in. The number 2 ranked team versus the number 6 ranked team. Number 6 on the road, but winners of 8 in a row. 26-1 versus 14-3. This has absolutely lived up to the expectations. This shot will be inbounds. No, they're going to say out of bounds. Parkland point. ICC was celebrating as Parkland had no one back there to return it. But then the official says, that's actually out of bounds. This game has had controversy at the end, all favoring the Cobras up to this point. Can they finish things off here? 26-25. Sorensen now looking to return things. Willis got it. Set up. Parkland looking to finish things off. Can they? Diving effort to keep things alive. They're not done yet, says ICC. Returning things back. And that will be out of bounds, and that will finish things off here at Parkland College. Parkland wins a third set despite controversy, 27-25. So they win in a sweep, 25-16, 25-19, and 27-25. This has been Nolan Harmon for CobraSports.net bringing you today's broadcast. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for listening.